I came personally to your place, the Mud House, to give you an invitation.
I'm here.
Yes, I'm just telling you that, other than 7,000 people that we have invited, I made it a point to come personally to people who met with me to give.
But I'm not saying personally that you should have to come to every door. I'm just saying that why don't you just follow the rules and do the platinum petition that every
Because that's not the law.
Oh,
because
okay.
that is not the law.
What is the law?
The law is under institutional uses, and I'll be happy to lay this out, and you can read the lawsuit. We're not asking for special treatment. We're simply asking for what the law says. The problem is, the city will tell people to do a platinum petition, and they just do it. That's not correct.
What's wrong with the petition?
It's not a problem.
Pardon me, the law, excuse me?
It's not a problem. It would be a courtesy to come to the neighborhood association.
We're not even talking about the courtesy. We're not talking about your neighborhood meeting. We're
That's
talking about platinum
That's
petition.
the problem. You're not being nice enough to the citizens to petition and say, hey, do you want a halfway house in your neighborhood where there could be potential more crime around your children?
Okay, I can ask you a couple items. Let me just throw a few questions out there, and I respect your response. Okay. So the other one, I was just saying, it feels a little kind of like the stadium proposal, right? They didn't do a platinum petition there, there was a vote, and it feels a little bit like that kind of political, kind of got crammed down our throats a little bit. And I'm a little concerned that maybe we're facing the same sort of thing here. Now, this is not to say not in my backyard. I'm from a small town in Kentucky. Addiction is in my family. It's currently in my family. These things they're very important to communities. We have halfway houses in the neighborhood. I'm not saying that it's not in my backyard. I'm just saying that if something like this this is large scale. We already have problems with large scale federal prisons. This doesn't feel much different than that in a lot of ways to me. So I think it's important to clarify a little bit more like where you're trying to take this, so the direction. Like the first question that you had, things like job placement. What kind of jobs are in this community that people, that patients that you're going to have, where are they going to find jobs during the day? How are we going to help assimilate them back into the community? And what is our role here? How are we going to help? How are we going to engage with this? This is the largest halfway house in the Midwest. You're taking it from the longest. The Dismas House has had their contract for 69 years. It's the longest standing halfway house in the United States.
Okay,
so if you're going to take it from there, pardon me, if you're going to take that contract from there and put it here, it just seems that it needs to make sense. A business plan needs to make sense. How, like you talked about, like on when the first screen came out, they said you had experience in working with mental health in the federal or the state or local prison system. When we met before, you said you had 2 months. 2 months in that field. And that seems that we have a lot at stake here. We have a community. Very importantly, we have patients' lives. And we need to take that very serious. If we're going to put patients' lives in your hands, we need to feel comfortable that you're going to do the right thing. If you fail, you're basically gambling with someone else's money. We have everything to lose. They have everything to lose. You have everything to win and nothing to lose. You told us in our meeting that your business is portable. My business is not portable. My residence is not portable.
Right.
Everyone here lives here. They do their business here. It's our neighborhood. So it isn't, I don't want this to be contentious, but I just think it's important that there is a little bit of sympathy and that you understand what our concerns are and you address those a little bit. I don't want this to be contentious. I'm not saying, I want all due respect, but I think it's important that some things are addressed and that we have a chance to kind of air our opinions.
Okay, can I answer? So basically, first of all, this contract has not been awarded. I'm one of the people that are applying for the contract, okay? The great thing about this country is, do you know why it's a superpower? It allows people, it gives people a chance. It lets people who are educated, who can bring in a check from education to change people's lives. That's what I'm fighting for. That's the change that I have been working for. I had a check.
Why here?
Why here? This is my community for last.
No, you live
Dr. Said, You said one thing during our meeting. I said, Doctor, if you don't have the support of your community, which I don't know how everyone here feels, and there's a lot of times I don't know how I feel about things from day to day. I'm just saying, I asked you face to face, if you don't have the support of your community, why would you do it? And you said, Jeremy, if I don't have the support of the community, I will withdraw my proposal. This is the best opportunity we have to let you know if you have our support.
You don't.
So does that still stand? Does that still stand if we took a show of hands and we don't support or we do support, would you stick to your word and withdraw your proposal?
David, what? How do you want me to address this? Listen.
David, you were there. David heard that.
David, if you're really concerned about paying your taxes, I heard you say earlier,
yes.
you wanted to do a for-profit so you could pay the city the taxes that they were due. If you really want to pay the city some taxes, you could move from your fine house in Chesterfield down in this neighborhood and start paying some